Hi, I'm Joseph Dugan, and although I've never been to Antarctica myself, for the last several years I've been living in the sounds of Antarctic animals. As a saxophonist, I've always been deeply inspired by traditional music from all over the world. And in trying to connect to the music of my Puerto Rican Taino ancestors, I discovered that most of our music and traditions had been erased. Eventually, I gave up on trying to connect back to these traditions directly and started trying to understand how they might have listened, how they might have heard the world, and how I might be able to listen like them. This led me to all types of questions about the origins of music, the origins of art, how music originated in different cultures, and the influence of the world around it. No matter where I went, everything always led back to the influence of nature and the natural world. I decided that I wanted to see if I could reverse engineer traditional music solely based off of animal vocalizations and animal sounds. Antarctica being the only place in the world without indigenous music, it seemed like a natural fit for the project. When listening to the rhythms and sounds of these animals from Antarctica, I've had to catch myself many times because I often try to describe them as being very human, but really what it reminds me of is just how animal we actually are. For the work that we've done so far, we've mainly been using the Cornell Ornithology Lab Library. And although these resources are extremely incredible, they feel a little bit impersonal. Many of the animals that live in Antarctica also share the Falkland Islands as their home, which is why I'm going to be heading to the Falkland Islands in November for 6 weeks to do my own field study. Observe, record, and listen to them for myself. The goal of this Kickstarter is to fund the expedition that will collect the data for our composer's catalog. The composer's catalog will include animal vocalizations, translations of their vocalizations in a musical language, and then a complete analysis of all of these animal sounds into a coherent music theory that is, again, 100% based off of these animals. Once we complete the catalog, we're going to be using it to apply to the National Science Foundation Antarctic Artists and Writers Program. With the National Science Foundation, I would get to go to Antarctica for 6 to 8 weeks and use that music theory for the first time to compose brand new pieces of music and find out how it interacts and blends into this natural landscape. Eventually, our composer's catalog will find its rightful place in the public domain, where it will be available for anyone, anywhere in the world to use. For those of you who back the Kickstarter, you'll have early access from travel, lodging, equipment, and compensation for the team. I'm going to need some help. We're trying to raise $10,000 to make this project come to life. So please take a look at our Kickstarter page, look at the rewards, look at the details on the expedition, our methods, and what we'll be doing. And down at the bottom, you can see all the ways that you can help. So please join us in creating something that the world has never heard before. Thank you.